Every single race has a food associated with them that would be considered stereotypical or offensive. For some reason, everyone likes making fun of each other for what food they eat. I think that we should look deeper into this, so today I'm going to be looking at every single race's stereotypical food and ranking them on a scale of 1 to 10 on accuracy and creativity. First off, we got black people, and their stereotypical food is fried chicken and watermelon. Now, to all the black people watching this video, I feel bad for you. I mean, racist people literally took the two most tasty foods in the world to turn into a stereotype. Black people literally can't eat fried chicken or watermelon in public without the Uncle Ruckus music playing and some old white dude saying, well, well, well. Like, bro, fried chicken is goated. Like, yeah, black people like fried chicken, but so does everyone. It seems like such a weird thing to turn into a stereotype. Like, you're telling me you don't like fried chicken, bro? Seriously? And watermelon makes even less sense to me. Like, I've seen those old cartoons, but how are you gonna turn a fruit into a stereotype? Watermelon is literally an S tier fruit. I mean, it's literally my favorite fruit of all time. And I think that black people should be able to eat a delicious watermelon on a hot summer day without feeling uncomfortable at all. In the wise words of Dave Chappelle,
if you don't like chicken or watermelon, something's wrong with you.
And apparently Kool-Aid is now a black stereotype. Like, bro, Kool-Aid is one of the greatest beverages of all time. Like, how are you gonna make fun of a black person for drinking Kool-Aid? Kool-Aid is goated. Based on my observations, black people do enjoy fried chicken and watermelon, but so does everyone. So I guess it is kind of accurate, but I don't think it's very creative. I'm going to rate this a 6 out of 10. Next up, we got Indian people, and their stereotypical food is curry. Now, I am Indian, so I can speak from personal experience. And let me tell you, I do get offended when people make fun of me for eating curry, but it's not because I actually get offended by the statement. It's just that I'm kind of pissed that that's the best you could come up with. Seriously, curry. I remember in the apartment complex where I grew up, there was a brother and sister that would always make fun of me for eating curry, but they were so ignorant that it didn't even hurt my feelings. Like, the brother would sometimes say to me, "You eat curry sandwiches." And it's like, there's a level of ignorance with racism to where it doesn't even affect you. Like, if you're gonna try to offend me, at least do your research first. Curry muncher has gotta be one of the weakest insults of all time. At least call me a Rajma muncher or something. Honestly, I'm gonna give this a 3 out of 10. This is not strong at all. You can think of a better stereotypical food than that. Next up, we got white people. And when I say white people's food, I'm referring to white American food. There's not really a specific dish that's stereotypical to white people, but white American food is pretty much known for being flavorless, bland, and having no spice. And it's kind of accurate. Now, I live in the South, and down here we got white people with a little extra sauce to them, and they can definitely cook up something delicious. But if we're talking about most of America, it's not the case. Like, let's be honest, no one's ever been like, I could really go for some Idaho food right now. No offense if you live in Idaho, but you know, your food isn't exactly a big draw. Traditionally, white people eat stuff like casserole, mashed potatoes with no gravy, tomato soup, which is pretty good, I guess, tomato soup. But in general, white people food is pretty bland, like, let's be honest. I'm gonna give this one a solid 8 out of 10. Next up, we got Asian people, and their two main stereotypes is that they eat rice and that they eat dog. Now, let me start with the rice first. This is the dumbest stereotype I've ever heard. Literally every single culture in the world eats rice. Like, literally everyone eats rice. Hispanic people eat rice, Indian people eat rice, African people eat rice. So singling out Asian people for eating rice is just so dumb. Also, like, rice is such a basic food. Like, how can you even take offense to that? Like, haha, you eat rice. It's like, okay. For rice, I'm gonna have to rate that like a 0 out of 10. Like, that's just no effort, bro. Now let's move on to dog. Now, obviously most Asian people don't eat dog, like the vast majority of Asian people don't, but some places in China do have dog meat markets. Now, I'm gonna be honest, eating dog does weird me out a little bit. It's not something I would ever do, and I'm kind of uncomfortable with it, but I guess in some cultures it's acceptable. But making fun of all Asian people because a very specific sect of Asian people eat dog, there's not really a whole lot of creativity there, and it's not very accurate to most Asian people. I'm gonna have to rate that a 3 or 4 out of 10. Now we move on to Hispanic people, and their big stereotype is that they eat beans. I'm gonna be honest, this is almost as dumb as the rice stereotype. Like, you're gonna make fun of someone for eating beans, bro? It's like, yeah, a lot of Hispanic dishes do incorporate beans, but I think you can do a lot better than just making fun of someone for that. I mean, yeah, beans make a lot of things taste better. Like, the burrito is not complete without beans in there. I'll give it a 4 or 5 out of 10. Not very creative, but I guess guess accurate. Next up, we got Arab people, and I think Arab people are the only ethnicity of people that don't really get made fun of for their food. Like, I've never really heard an Arab person get made fun of for like eating kebabs or something. I mean, maybe Arab food isn't mainstream enough in America to where people make stereotypes for it. Like, I've never heard anyone call an Arab person a falafel muncher. Like, what? I mean, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if there's any food stereotypes with Arab people. Now, I want to add a bonus category to this video, and that's English food. Now, I know that isn't a race or ethnicity, but I feel like I need to talk about it. For my entire life, I've clowned on English food. I mean, it looks pretty disgusting. I mean, that straight up looks like prisoner of war food, I'm gonna be honest. So I would constantly make fun of English food. That is, until I tried beans and toast. Listen, beans and toast is one of the most vile looking dishes I've ever seen, but it's delicious, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, seriously, I had the shock of a lifetime eating beans and toast and actually really enjoying it. So I gotta say, if you are someone who actively makes fun of English food, give it a try and then see if you still hate it, because it might surprise you, I'm gonna be honest. Anyways, that was my ranking of all the stereotypical and offensive foods from every single race. Let me know if you agree in the comments, or if I missed anything, what would your rankings be for each of these foods? I can't wait to see what you have to say. Anyways, I'll catch you in the next one. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you. Peace.
Mr. Beast. Oh wait, that's the wrong channel.